My name is Mrs. Ban, and I am your computer applications teacher for Griggs International Academy. I'd like to take a few minutes of your time to help you to get started with your course. What you're looking at here is your course home page for computer applications for Microsoft Office 2010, and this happens to be semester 1. The news item is a very important section. This is where you will see any announcements or news items that are important to you in your course. In this case, you see the steps outlined, step 1, 2, 3, and 4, with how to set up, how to get started with your course, and how to get started with SimNet. The very first thing that you need to do is to complete your online services agreement and your Let's Get Acquainted form. This helps us, the Let's Get Acquainted form helps us to know a little bit more about you. You know how it is. It's always better when you can connect in ways like common interests and things like that. So the Let's Get Acquainted form is really important. Step 2 says that you need to send your teacher, and that's me, an email telling me what operating system you're using with your computer. I need to know whether it's a Windows computer or a Mac computer, and the reason for that is the software that I use in this course, which is called SimNet, is not totally compatible with a Mac computer. Sad though it is true. So your course, if you are a Mac user, you will work through your course just a little bit differently than if you were using a PC. The third step tells you to click on Content in the navigation bar to begin your course. And before I go and show you that part, we'll read step 4. Step 4 says send a quick email to your teacher when you have completed a SimNet submission. This will ensure a speedy transfer of the grade and will also unlock the next lesson. All right, so what that means is first you're going to click on Content, and that's right here in the navigation bar. So click on Content. First, I'm going to read or show you where to read the welcome. That would be a very important thing to do. So here is an overview of the course. It tells you exactly what components you're going to be working with. It shows you the materials, shows you all about SimNet and how to access it. It shows you what percentage all the different components are worth for your grade, how your grade is put together, and then gives a good description of all the components. This is an important part for you to read. It will help you to get a really good explanation of the course that you're going to be taking. The next part shows you step by step how to get ready to use SimNet and how to access it. So let's take a look at that right now. The first thing that you're going to do is log into your SimNet account, and this is the URL. And then you're going to click on I want to buy online now. If you look where the arrow is pointing, it's that orange option right there. Then you're going to read and follow the directions for the next screens. Click on Next at the bottom of the screen. You're going to fill out a form giving your name and so on. You're going to need your Griggs student ID number that you got that was on your shipping ticket for your course information. You're going to choose the correct school in the campus box, and that would be Griggs International Academy. And then you're going to click on the course or courses that you're enrolled in. If you're enrolled in more than one semester or course, you're going to click the first course and then hold down Shift and click the other course. So you can actually get set up for first and second semester at the same time. Then you choose SimNet for Office 2010 and SimGrader 2010. That's a really important thing, that you choose the right one. Don't try to save money and choose another one, because then you'll have to take it back and it's a big mess. So choose the first one, the right one the first time. And then when you have all that done, it says you will be notified via email that you have been enrolled in SimNet. So those are the steps to get set up with SimNet. And then here it tells you exactly what to do to start your first lesson. So you log into SimNet, you put in your username and your password, you click on Lessons, that tab right here, and then you're going to choose Week 1, Windows 7, Part 1. The way the course is set up is you work through the lesson, And then when you're through, well, let's just take a look at content here. Week 1, day 1. And it's going to tell me exactly what to do. So here are the objectives of what you're going to learn. Here's the assignment. Tells you what to do. Okay? It says work throughout the SimNet exercises in the same manner for each lesson. If you haven't already done so, go to the introduction and follow the steps getting ready to use SimNet and review starting your first lesson. And then to go to SimNet, here's a link right here. We're going to click on the lesson tab and then click on Week 1, Windows Part 1. Complete each of the 3 tabs for the following sections. And when you have finished the last topic, click Close. Now the tabs it's talking about is the Teach Me tab, the Show Me, and the Let Me Try. Teach Me is where you're going to read about how to do the concept, how the concept works. Show Me is an animated video, and it will show you and talk to you, the audio and video, demonstrating how to do it. And then Let Me Try is a little quiz. So it says, SimNet, you don't need to complete all of the topics at one time. SimNet will keep track of what you have completed if you need to stop and come back to the lesson later. And you may also review the topics at any time. So this is what your screen would look like after clicking Begin Lesson. And the sections that you need to complete are all here on the left side. And when you complete a task correctly, you'll get a green check to indicate that you were successful. And that's all for day 1. Day 2 tells you the next thing to do. You're going to complete Windows Part 2. Tells you there are 16 concepts or tasks. All right, and again, you would do the same thing. You would work through the Teach Me, the Show Me, and the Let Me Try tabs. And here's day 3. You complete Windows Part 3, and there are 15 tasks there. That means there are 15 concepts on the left-hand side that you need to work through. Day 4 is a SimPath activity. There are 3 parts to this activity. You take a pretest. So you're going to click on the SimPath tab, and then you take the pretest. The pretest will help to generate a custom-made lesson. So if you and I both took the pretest at the same time, my lesson would be different than your lesson, because this lesson is all designed on what you get right and what you miss in the pretest. When you have finished the lesson, then you're going to take the post-test. And obviously, you should do better on the post-test than you did on the pretest. And then on day 5, you're going to take the exam for Windows 7. So the way where you would find that is, let's just go back here a minute, you would click on the exam tab in SimNet. When you have finished your exam, it's a good idea to send me an email so that I can then transfer your grade from SimNet over to Griggs Online, to D2L. Now you can look at your score right here in the gradebook tab, and that's a really important thing to do, is to check your grades all the time. When you come to doing projects, and it's a really good idea to check the gradebook, because you get 3 attempts to do a good job on your project. And if you need help with that, you can just click on the help button and you can see a tutorial about how to do that. Or you can send me an email if you still need help. Okay, so there are a couple ways to get in touch with me. So let's go back to content. I do want to point out up here the assessments. This is where you will find the quizzes. In this case, the online services agreement and the Let's Get Acquainted form. So remember, you need to do these 2 parts before you begin your class. All right, and if I go back to the course homepage, here's where I see those steps on how to use SimNet. Here are my office hours, about how I'm available, and another important thing, if you are having problems with SimNet, Here's the support number right here for McGraw-Hill Technical Support. They are excellent to work with, and they have a student option so that when you call, it will ask if you're a student or an instructor. You choose the student, and they're all set up to help you. And take a look here. It says that Mozilla Firefox is the preferred browser for SimNet. Sometimes if you're using Internet Explorer, it will not allow you to do certain steps. Okay? All right. I hope that that helps you get oriented with your class. Please feel free to give me an email, send me an email if you have any questions. My Skype information is here also if you are a Skype user, and you can contact me that way as well. Have a good time.